Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled Jobs Are Saying Single Successful Women Have Terrible Egos and Personalities. Let's get right into it.
Tell me if you've seen this before too. Girls who are super confident, extremely successful, so pretty, like drop dead gorgeous, have everything going on for them, they're always single. And then on the other hand, guys who are super attractive, confident, super smart, everything, they're always in a relationship. Am I making this up, or have other people seen this trend too?
Oh, you make good money. Cool. So do I. Oh, you own your own business. Cool. So do I. Oh, you're successful. Cool. So am I. I work nonstop. I have a career. I own and operate a small, successful business on the side. I keep a roof over my head. I keep food in my fridge, as well as a lot of beer and other booze because, well, shit. Dating at 33 fucking sucks when I live in a society where I'm constantly having to explain to men that I don't need them to take care of me because I can take care of myself. And if you don't like that, don't at me.
I do think that successful, intelligent women have it hard right now because the people that they're going to be attracted to, it's a smaller dating pool. But you got to figure out your competitive edge. You got to lean into your feminine energy. You have to learn how to essentially unlearn a lot of the things that society has drilled into you. And the biggest thing I see with women who are super successful or alpha is the unwillingness to compromise and the lack of malleability. That's where they lose. Like, you can't treat your dating life like your job where you're just penciling people in. You got to be, somewhat accommodating. And that's what I said about the high value women in terms of the definition, being cooperative, being agreeable. It's something that I think a lot of these women struggle with because, again, their whole life they've had to kind of work to become that way, to get ahead, but it's just doing them a disservice.
No. Successful women scare people. 76% of high-performing women receive negative feedback in performance reviews compared to 2% of high-performing men. What the actual fuck? This study is shocking. Of all feedback in performance reviews, men's feedback will be 12% about personality and the rest about their work. But for women, you guessed it, 88% of the comments they receive are about their personalities. It's not constructive, it's not actionable, and it's the reason high-performing women are quitting and some of us are going on to build our own damn empires.
We always see a lot of these ladies try to blame society for the consequences they may be receiving for just being unlikable. A lot of them gotta know they have bad attitudes. They talk over people, they can be rude. I've heard it said that a lot of high salary women don't get along well with others.
So I had this fling with a guy last year and we made out and were flirty or whatever, but then the next day he never texted me. And I didn't really mind because I did not really want to pursue anything with this guy. It was kind of a one-off thing. But I was still wait, it's kind of rude to not text somebody after. Especially because we're in the same setting, I don't know. Months and months later, I run into him at a party and he's like, I'm so sorry I never texted you or anything. If I'm honest with you though, you're just really intimidating, you're really successful, and you're the whole package, and honestly, I just got freaked out, and I just felt like I couldn't handle you. Weird of you to say out loud, but honestly, I knew that. When you're a girl who has her own shit going on, who knows she's that girl, men know that they can't get away with shit with you. Now, that's not to say I was—
Shut up! Shut up! This is all in your head, by the way. You made out with one beta guy, and he never talked to you ever again, and now you think, because he confessed to you that he was a little intimidated, that you intimidate all men. And the other lady said, successful women scare men. What, we scared of what? You got no hands. You're not going to beat us up. What are you going to do? You're not going to provide for us anyway, so not like we're scared to lose your provision. You're not going to protect us, so we're not scared to lose your protection. What are we scared of? I think y'all want to believe that you're intimidated, that men are intimidated of you the same way you're intimidated of the men that you like. Here's the difference, though. The men that you intimidate are beta, and you probably date them because you know you're the best thing they've ever dealt with. But for a guy that had beautiful women in the past, you're regular. You're nothing. You're nothing out the ordinary. Beautiful women are a dime a dozen. There's a portion of men who never hooked up with a beautiful girl, but for the men that have hooked up with a lot of beautiful women, looks are not enough. So no, I'm not impressed that you're hot and you earn a lot of money. My real question is, what can you do for me? That's the real question.
Boys play me over the last year because that did also happen.
Thank you for your honesty with that. We know you have been out there playing the game on the carousel as well. She also just admitted to us that she made out with a random guy one night, so we get it.
Evidenced by the guy who recently broke up with me said that it was because my standards are too high. And this is the thing for me. My standards...
Shut up. What high-value man is going to say that your standards are too high? If this dude's a millionaire, what standard do you have is too high for him if you're not a millionaire too? Come on now. These dudes are losers. Anyone that says your standards are too high, his standards are too low. He's a loser.
Are not too high. They're just my standards. And if you can't match them, then you're not for me. I am just tired of being made to feel bad for wanting a big life and for wanting what I want. So many girls are concerned about like just having a boyfriend, making a guy like them just because they like the idea of that guy. Why? I see way too many people lower their standards for guys, and I was one of these people, so I'm not clocking anybody, I'm just saying. We just want to like get it over with and we feel like we have to. You are literally way too smart for that, like way too smart for that. You have way too much going on up here to waste your time on a dusty man who you're 10 times better than and who doesn't even want to match your energy.
A dusty man that you're 10 times better than. Let me ask you a question then. Why are you making out with them? Why you keep dating them? Oh, because they're the only men that's going to tolerate your lip. No other man was going to tolerate that lip. And my assumption is you think they're intimidated of you too. Because a dusty man that you said it yourself, they're dusty that you're 10 times better than, which I've already proclaimed prior to you saying it. You think you're too good for them. You think that they're intimidated by you. But go off, sis.
Just want to take it from you. Won't be doing that again.
Men do not like women who are more successful than them. I was in my jacuzzi the other night, and a bunch of us were playing that She's a 10 game. And I said, she's a 10, but she makes more money than you. Thinking that everyone was gonna say that she's still a 10, or hell, a 75. Lord knows I'm open to a sugar mama at this point. All of the men rated her lower. And since then, I've asked a few more guys, and they've all rated her lower. They explain that it's just not attractive to have a woman be more successful. I wish that I could use that as an excuse to why I'm single, but I can't. Because I'm really not that successful. But I hope this brings peace of mind to all those successful career girls out there that are still single. It's not you, it's your money.
A lot of these women are forgetting that they still have to be likable to get along with others, meaning also to get in a relationship. A lot of these women are single by their own doing. And a lot of them better realize fast that if they don't stop their arrogant behavior, they're going to end up alone at Christmas, just like these ladies.
I did a video a few days ago asking if any women were on their own for Christmas, and I was inundated. The video went viral. I've been single for the majority of this year, and over the last 10 years, I've been through a divorce and 3 breakups. So I talk a lot about being single. I've never actually spent a Christmas day by myself. So I was quite shocked when I heard about how many people are by themselves.
Another Christmas alone. You know, if you were to ask me 10 years ago if I'd be single at 32, I'd probably scoff at you and laugh, proudly telling you that I for sure would be married with multiple kids by now. I had a moment today on the phone with a friend where I broke a bit. The truth is I'm tired. I'm tired of taking care of myself. I'm tired of being the single one of the group. I'm tired of being on my own. I often get asked how I keep the faith. How do I keep my head up, still being single at 32, seeing it happen for everyone all around me? And my answer is simple. I know it's going to happen for me, so I'm not operating from a perspective or a potential that it might not. I truly believe it's just a matter of time. So really, it's not about keeping your chin up or keeping the faith. It's about getting yourself to a point where you truly believe that your person is out there. I know this to be true for me deep down to my core.
I'm 38 years old. I've never been married. I've never had children. I have 3 cats in my house. Only 2 of them are mine. But it's another Christmas that is about to come and go where my relationship status is the same. And it's crazy because if you had asked me 10 years ago if I would be single at 38, I would have been like, absolutely not. And if I am, then just me now, you know? Here's one of my kitties. Look at this little baby girl.
How telling is that? She's a cat lady. She's 38 and she can't believe she's single. Yeah, because the people you can get along with are animals that can't talk back to you. And so when you want to be aggressive and pick them up, they gotta just be like, Men, we're not like that. You know, you got to cooperate with us. All you women want a man, but you don't want what a man really is. He's the leader. He's the one that gets the final say. Because if things are in order in his life and in your life, he's going to be the one that's most logical and rational, and he's a problem solver. So, do you really want to lead a problem solver? Or do you want the problem solver to lead you? Now, again, if you date men that are dusty and busty like the other girl did, because this is what successful women do, successful women date down. I don't know why women become successful when successful women date down, right? Nicki Minaj, Halle Berry, Mary J. Blige. Can I keep going on? Successful women have to date down. Oprah. I keep going. So, and the ones that could kind of date at their level, they break up. J-Lo and Ben Affleck. So, y'all think being a boss babe is so cool until you're in your 50s like J-Lo and 3 times divorced. Yeah.
This is Willow. Say hi, Willow. And I have such a complicated relationship with this time of year. I really do. Because I have a complicated relationship with being single. There's a part of me that really values my life and my time to myself and my independence, and then there's a part of me that feels really embarrassed about admitting that I want to be in a relationship. And I think a big part of that is it makes me feel like maybe I'm being needy or I'm being clingy and all these like, I don't know what it is, but it's almost embarrassing. It is, I feel embarrassed to be 38 and single and never married. I also think a part of me feels forgotten by God or the universe because I feel like I've done so much internal work on myself, and yet I feel like I can't seem to attract my person into my life. And even saying all of this out loud feels really cringy, which is why I'm making myself say it out loud and admit it. Because I'm sure that there's other people that feel the same way. But it makes me, I have a really hard time not wondering what is wrong with me. And I have to stop myself from going down that spiral because it can get very dark when I start to think of the reality is at my age, I may never have children at this point. And that makes me...
You won't. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you won't. There's a lot wrong with you. And they're all together. You got 3 cats. You're 38. You don't have any kids, you've never been married, and you're single. And you said you did the internal work. I love when I hear people say this because this is my response to you did the internal work. You might have did some busy work, but it didn't mean you did productive work. And if you did that internal work with a therapist that is a female, most likely she didn't point out the things you need to work on because she was trying to coddle your feelings and keep you as a client. They'll tell you what you want to hear. And I don't know this for sure. This is what I'm assuming from what people tell me. So I don't know. I don't really have hardcore evidence of this. But you're not getting the result you want and you're in therapy. You did the internal work. So something's not working. All right? I think it's time to blame yourself and ask a man how to work with him because you're an attractive woman. And it's sad. A lot of you attractive women, your eggs are going to get old. They're going to spoil. And you won't be able to have kids. Some of you guys are freezing your eggs, but why do that? Why go to the trouble of freezing something that's going to further delay the time? Because if you freeze your eggs in your early 30s, you're not going to be in a rush to use them. And I heard that there's a small success rate with frozen eggs anyway. Like there's a less than 10% success rate. So, for every egg that's frozen, only, 1 out of 10 of them actually, are fertilized and used to create an embryo. So I don't know. This is my take on it. Women, are you seeing a pattern here? Cat lady, single, 38, boss lady at the same time? And well-spoken and attractive? You got to work on it. Anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate God. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.